Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the session Innovative Research for Sustainable Solution. Welcome to our panelists and our viewers who have joined today for our online session Innovative Research for Sustainable Solutions. My name is Renuka, and I will be your moderator for today. On behalf of IYC and the team behind IYC, I welcome you all for today's session. So, the topic is innovative research for sustainable solutions. Sustainable development requires more than just good intentions. It requires evidence, creativity, and bold actions. And research is at the heart of it. So, research helps us understand challenges, test ideas, and create solutions that actually works in practice. So, what makes today's conversation especially exciting in the world about focusing on youth-led research? So, around the world, young people are pushing boundaries, developing new approaches to climate action, biodiversity, social equity, and public health. Their work shows us that youth researchers are not just participants in sustainable development; they are pioneers of it. So we are very fortunate to have with us an inspiring group of panelists, each bringing unique experiences and perspectives from their own journeys in youth-led research, innovation, and today we are going to talk about the topic innovative research for sustainable solutions. So I will now invite each of you to briefly introduce yourselves before we dive in further into our discussion. Once again, welcome to our panel session today. And for our viewers, welcome joining in, watching us today on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. And please tell us from where are you watching us. And of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to put in the comment box. At the end of the session, we will try to answer as much as possible questions you have for us. So starting with the round of introducing yourself, I will start with Meghna Joshi. Would you like to tell about yourself to our viewers who Meghna Joshi is and what she does in social engagement works and something that's very interesting. So, Meghna, the floor is all yours.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome and good evening, everyone. My name is Meghna Joshi and I'm from India. I'm a social entrepreneur and a sustainability advocate. I run my own social enterprise by the name of Swan Livelihood, where Swan stands for Skilled Workforce Advancing Nation. We specialize in curating training programs, particularly for the marginalized sections of the society, so that we are able to create an ecosystem of sustainable livelihood opportunities. So we are working primarily in the space of skill development, empowering communities, youth, and also, being a force to motivate many other youth and young mind to innovate and solve the pressing issues around social justice and also sustainability.
Thank you very much, Meghna. So we'll pass the next introduction to Farnesta. Would you like to tell something about yourself to our viewers?
Good day, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Vanessa Kai Valentin. I'm a climate action advocate and environmentalist from River State, Nigeria, as well as the founder and executive director of Egalitarianism for Earth. So, Egalitarianism for Earth is a non governmental organization that is aimed at raising awareness about climate change and other forms of environmental degradation while developing great climate solutions, such as the Stories Incubator Lab, and providing climate education to marginalized communities. I also am an Ashoka Young Changemaker and a UNICEF Gen Niger Young People's Action Team member. And I look forward to today's discussion. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Vanessa. Jessica, would you like to introduce yourself to the viewers? Who is Jessica?
Hi everyone! Thank you very much for the warm welcome. Again, I am Cheska Michaela Supangan. I am a STEM student at LaSalle College Antipolo in the Philippines, and I am also a multi-awarded young researcher, innovator, and advocate for sustainability. I was recognized as the youngest case study investigator at an international research congress, and at just 17, I wave globally as the youngest mentor judge at the 2025 International Creativity and Innovation Awards, or IKEA, and was featured in the Innovation Insider magazine for my contributions to research and innovation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jessica. Thank you very much to all of you for introducing yourself with very impressive introduction. So I believe our viewers are all set to see what we are going to talk today in this discussion. So moving on to the next part of this panel discussion is we're going through a round of questions. And of course, viewers, if you have any question, please feel free to put in a comment box. And at the end of this session, we will try to answer as much as possible all of your questions. So moving on to the very first question, how can youth-led research contribute to innovative and sustainable solutions for global challenges? So I will repeat the question. How can youth-led research contribute to innovative and sustainable solutions for global challenges? I would like to give this question to Ms. Meghna. Would you like to answer this question to our viewers? The floor is yours.
Sure. I feel youth are the source, and also they are the people who are going to be the future innovators. And in the present scenarios, when we are facing so many issues and pressing issues with respect to sustainability, climate change, and also social justice, youth are the leaders, youth are the innovators. And what we have seen is that youth have been constantly associating themselves with the problems that they see in and around themselves, and have been developing innovative business models through which they are getting started with their own social enterprises. In the present world, the scope and also the ecosystem around entrepreneurship and social entrepreneurship is also developing, with a lot of funding support being provided by a lot of organization. And the mentorship support is also readily available, with a lot of experienced social entrepreneurs. They are ready to help young change makers to come forward, innovate, and solve the issues that they are very passionate about. So when we talk about solving these issues, you associate yourself with the problem that you are very, very passionate about to solve. And in the process of solving, you develop an innovative solution, which may help you to resolve the problem that may be around environmental change, or any pressing issues related to societal change. And that's how a business model gets developed. And the deeper you dig into your problem statement, your problem research, we have seen lately a lot of innovative ideas taking the shape of social enterprises who are creating wonderful impact, not just to solve the issues with respect to environment, but also at the same time supporting the communities.
Thank you very much, Meghna. I would like to pass this question also to Vanessa. What do you have to add on this?
Okay, thank you so much for that question. And first of all, I believe that youths are very creative. Youths are unique. The way they think, the way they reason, they offer fresh perspectives to trending topics that have been existing. But the way they look at these topics, the way they look at these questions, it's all fosters a new perspective. Therefore, I believe that youth-led research contributes in a greater way because of a lot of factors. First of all, the era that youths are born in is a tech savvy era, right? And we discovered that when youth are more engaged with AI, social media, they are able to foster more cross-cultural solutions. They are able to understand more about world dynamics, and the type of questions they ask, like why this is happening, is very different. So because the type of questions they ask are different, their solutions will definitely be different. As young researchers fight for new ideas and ways that may seem crazy, but going out of the ordinary to tackle these challenges, it gives it a sense of novelty, gives them a sense of experience, making it easier to understand for their peers, as well as contributing to the whole redefining the climate movement from a new angle and fostering a sense of empathy and resonance. As an AYC, I believe that empathy is a very important skill in terms of research because it helps them to connect with communities that they are not even there, but they can understand that this is what is exactly that is happening in that community. So young people, they have this empathy in them. So their researchers will have a sense of empathy, a sense of resonance. It's going to be novel, like it's going to be so new, offering fresh perspective. And most importantly, because they live in a diverse area and the type of questions they ask are different, it makes the whole research very new and contributes to the sustainable movement in a larger way that is totally different, yet fostering development and growth. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Vanessa. Jessica, would you like to add something from your side on this?
Of course, thank you very much for the question. As young researchers, we bring both urgency and creativity. We're not afraid to challenge old systems and ask, what if we try a different way? When I served as the youngest mentor judge at the International Creativity and Innovation Awards in 2025, this year, I saw firsthand how youth led projects introduced solutions that were bold, practical, and deeply rooted in community needs like renewable energy systems designed for rural villages or plastic waste transformed into sustainable building materials. These ideas weren't just theoretical, they were actionable solutions shaped by real life experiences. Youth led research matters because we connect science with lived experiences. We don't just study climate change as a global statistic. We feel its impact as it disrupts our schools, communities, and even our families. This lived connection drives us to innovate with empathy and urgency. It ensures our solutions are not only groundbreaking, but also inclusive and sustainable because they respond to challenges our generation faces every day. And when given the right platforms and support, young people can transform these ideas into initiatives that inspire change far beyond our local communities. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jessica. Thank you very much, all of you, for answering our first questions. And I see a lot of comments coming in. So, moving on to the next question is, could you share examples of youth research that has translated into tangible impact in communities or even influenced policy? So, I shall repeat the question. Could you share examples of youth research that has translated into tangible impact in communities or even influence policy? Is there anyone who wants to answer this question?
Maybe I'll start with my own
Sure.
experience.
Sure, Megha.
Being on the board of a lot of global mentoring platforms, some of the prominent ones being Enactus, Ye Community, also over here in India, Ministry of Education, Smart India Hackathon, Business Blaster programs. All these platforms, provide opportunities to young minds to showcase their research in the form of innovative business solutions, for which they also receive grants. So what I have seen recently is that youth are coming up with a lot of interesting ideas through these platforms, which act as a medium for them to brainstorm on the issues that resonates that they are resonating with. So in the process, what is happening is that they are creating a model, and the models are also getting funded, along with all the mentorship support that is being provided to them. So research on one hand could be continuously building upon your idea so that it becomes sustainable, and at the same time being a part of these platforms which provide an opportunity to the young minds to pitch their idea, secure the funding, and also uh, get the required investor and mentor support to scale it sustainably.
combination of you. Would anyone else like to add something? Vanessa or Jessica, please feel free to go.
Okay, I think I can say something to this. Firstly, I would like to acknowledge lots of organizations this period because we discovered that there are a lot of youth opportunities, and these youth opportunities allow room for young people to carry out research. They allow young people to share their perspective, their thoughts. So this is something that I want to acknowledge. From UNESCO to UNFPA, you see that there are a lot of organizations that are saying that young people should come, they should come and research, and this has led to a lot of development. You can see that there's a lot of youth advisory councils, and these youth advisory councils are working in areas of climate, some are working in health, some are working in just a partnership for the UN SDG goals. And you see that the impact they are creating is very specific, as young people know what is affecting them. So they know how to tackle it in a manner that that deeply resonates with one another. People are the ones into this research. They are the ones that are suffering these problems. The impact they create in their community is very visible. For example, I'll take my organization as an example. Egalitarianism for Earth, we discovered that climate education in Port Harcourt here was a problem. And the way that these teachers were conveying the climate message was terrible. So what we did was that we started using storytelling instead of just normal data, facts, and statistics to explain the whole concept, and conducting a research as the youngest civic innovator in Nigeria, focused on exploring the psychological impacts of animations on climate engagement and behavioral change. So after conducting this research, we started using things like storytelling animations to teach these children. So from carrying out a research to developing an incubator lab, the impact of climate education here in Port Harcourt became more interesting, more interactive for these younger children. So that's an example of a tangible impact. And it's also seen that most researches that started as a project in a normal school environment became youth-led initiatives that are across the world right now. And you see that young people are, because of it started as a research, it started as a paper idea or something, you see that they are now implementing it in various areas of their community. So it's showing the tangible impact that they are creating. And we see that youths are now taking government positions now. They are leading in fostering policy decisions and legislation agreements. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Vanessa. So we will move on to the next question. Youth researchers often face barriers, from limited resources to lack of recognition. So, what are some of these challenges you have seen in your environment, in your country, or globally, or even experience, and how can they be overcome? So, I will give this question starting with Jessica, and we'll go through the other panelists. Jessica, would you like to answer this question, please?
Of course, thank you very much. One major barrier is access, whether to resources, mentorship, or platforms. Many young researchers, especially those from developing countries, have brilliant ideas but limited means to scale them. I experienced this too, being a high school student researcher. It wasn't always easy to be taken seriously. But opportunities like the Global Innovation Field Trip and what I mentioned earlier, the International Creativity and Innovation Awards, and other like organizations and hosting events helped me overcome that, as these platforms gave me visibility, mentorship, and networks that open doors. The more we create spaces where youth can present, collaborate, and lead, the more barriers we remove. What young researchers need the most is trust and consistent support to turn their vision into impact. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jessica. Indeed, our youth need constant support, and we're striving for that. Meghna, would you like to add something on this?
Yes, definitely. I completely agree with what Jessica mentioned, because I too was very young when I started with my own social enterprise. And two challenges that I would also like to add on, which I see youth even today are facing. One is with respect to the funding avenues. So, you have built your social enterprise, but how do you sustain it? What are the various avenues, particularly touching upon the space of social entrepreneurship, wherein the founders or the young minds are extensively working at the grassroots level to either advocate or to solve themselves the problems that they associate themselves with respect to social change or maybe environmental issues. Second could also be, a platform or maybe different platforms that would unite young minds globally. We do have seen a lot of very interesting platforms coming up lately. One of them that I have been a part of is the Omlas Fellowship Program, which makes sustainability leaders through an extensive training program. And there is SDG 17, which is Partnership for Goals, talks about uniting, collaborating, and also building upon the impact so that we are able to collectively achieve the sustainable development goals. And somewhere or the other, I feel this is the area which is wherein we are lagging, wherein we are not able to come together, we are not able to collaborate, and also we are able not able to build upon the work that we have done in our respective countries. So instead of working in seclusion, if we all unite and join our hands together, that will bring about more impact. And that has been the second challenge that I have been seeing in and around. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Megha, for sharing your experience, and I hope our viewers can learn also from you all what your experience are and continue in their journey. Vanessa, would you like to add something as a youth? What you have experienced or what challenges you have seen, and how can you overcome them? Even some advice to our youth who's watching us today. And yes, feel free to add anything.
Okay, so I think that I totally agree with my fellow panelists in terms of access to materials and platforms. And I think that another problem that young people face, that even myself I faced, is the fact of age. Age is a becomes a barrier. So most times people think that because this person is a young person, their ideas are inexperienced. Their ideas aren't tangible enough to become real solutions. So what they're doing is just like exploring their passion, exploring their talents, trying to understand the field of research. But something I think that needs to be done is, first of all, youth research and youth led teams should be seen as things that are capable of creating a real impact, going beyond passion, going beyond talent, going beyond skill, to seeing that this thing can actually be a real solution. And I think one way that we can tackle the problem of acute ageism is by making sure that we're providing the right support systems, fostering multi-generational teams, and making sure that inclusivity is being fostered in terms of research in the field of young people and how they are relating to the global movement. Thank you.
Thank you, Vanessa. So once again, warm welcome to our viewers. Today we have among us our panel speaker, Meghna, Jessica, and Vanessa on topic innovative research for sustainable solutions. I would like to say everyone who's watching us today, thank you for watching us today, and please share in the comment box where are you watching us today from, and if you have any questions, please feel free to put in the comment box. Moving on to the next question. If we look ahead, how do you envision the role of youth-led research in shaping the global sustainability agenda over the next decade? So once again, repeating the question, looking ahead, how do you envision the role of youth-led research in shaping the global sustainability agenda over the next decade? I would like to start with Meghna. Would you like to give your view on this?
Yes, I very strongly feel and believe that youth are the future, with a lot of young mind, actively working towards solving pressing issues and not getting into the mainstream placement opportunities directly after their schools and colleges, is a very big example to show how young minds are determined to make a change despite of all the barriers that they are facing. And particularly with respect to the research and all the innovations that we are seeing at the moment, I am very optimistic that, when young minds associate themselves to resolve some problem at a very young age, there is a high likely chance that they are going to continue it even at their later stage. So that is what we call building of an ecosystem wherein we will see a lot of new ideas, new innovations coming in, and we as experienced social entrepreneurs will always be open to mentor, help, guide and support the young minds so that they don't face any barriers or they don't face any challenges, considering the journey that we have gone through. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Meghna. Vanessa, would you like to add something on this one?
Okay, thank you so much. So, I envision youth led research playing a very integral role in the future because we can see that youths are very vibrant. You can see how these youths are taking a stance in terms of their various perspectives, whether it's in terms of health, education, climate. You see that they are very creative. They look at these problems from a different angle. And something I'm very proud of is that they are part of the movement today. Therefore, they can sustain it in many years to come. So it's not just developing solutions now. We know that these goals that we're not just mitigating the problems, we're actually laying a stronger foundation for the future generations because these young people are the leaders of tomorrow. As they are part of the solution today, they are capable of sustaining it in many years to come because they know how to run it, they know how to research, they know how to implement what they have put down in paper into real life, and remembering that they have a sense of empathy, a sense of resonance, and a sense of diversity and inclusivity. So this is how I envision the future of youth-led research in many years to come in terms of achieving the global goals. They are able to sustain it in many years to come. So it's not just every time we're talking about mitigation, but they are laying a stronger foundation for future generations. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Vanessa. Jessica, would you like to add on this one?
Absolutely. Thank you very much. I envision youth led research shaping the next decade as a driving force for innovation. As what my fellow panelists have mentioned, it also includes the inclusivity and sustainability. Young research bring fresh perspectives, creativity, and deep connection to these issues that directly affect our generation, like climate change, digital transformation, and social equity. Our work can accelerate the adoption of sustainable technologies, influence policies, and create community centered solutions that are adaptable and scalable. Over the next 10 years, youth led research is likely to bridge gaps between science, society, and policy, foster global collaboration, and redefine what it means to for a research to be impactful, not just academically, but also socially, economically, and environmentally. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jessica. So we have come to the end of round question round. So we have a wrap-up question for you all. Before we close, I would like to ask each of you for this final thought. In one sentence, what is your call to action for young researchers and decision makers listening to us today? So, once again, what is your call to action for young researchers and decision makers listening to us today? Starting with Meghna, what is your call on this?
Sure. So I have 2 points to say. First is believe in yourself no matter what. Because if you believe in yourself, if you have confidence in yourself and your idea, you can do wonders. And secondly, collaboration is the key. Do not compete but collaborate. Learn to build upon the work of your fellow partners, fellow peers, so that you are able to co create and bring a larger impact in the society. Thank you.
Thank you, Meghna. Very well said. Believe in yourself and collaboration is really needed. So, let's see what Vanessa has to add.
Okay, so to all the young researchers out there, I would love to say never stop asking why. That why can be the next big solution. And you're free to start alone, but never end the game alone. So this means even if no one is listening to you, no one believes in you, you just start and others will follow. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Vanessa. So that's quite impressive. Never end the game. Moving on to Jessica, what would you like to add on our wrap-up question?
Thank you very much again. I'd like to leave this thought actually that youth are not just the leaders of tomorrow. We are the partners in shaping solutions today. Research is one of the most powerful tools we have to ground our ideas in evidence and to make sure our actions are not only innovative but also sustainable. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jessica, for completing this wrap-up question. And so we have come to an end of this round. And with that, we'll move on to our questions that has come in the comment box from our viewers. Just giving a minute to the questions here. So we have got this question in what common barriers do researchers, specifically youth, face when trying to implement innovative solutions, and how can these be overcome? So once again, the question: what common barriers do researchers, specifically youth, face when they try to implement innovative solutions, and how can these be overcome? So is there anyone who wants to answer this question to our viewer?
Okay, I'll take this question. So when you are trying to implement your innovative solution at the grassroots, basis on the blueprint that you have prepared or brainstormed, there are a couple of issues that you may face. First is with respect to the challenges, grassroots level challenges, which would vary from basis on the socio geographical and the political condition of a given region in which you are trying to implement your idea. There is a possibility that you may face language barriers when you are interacting or trying to interact with the community whom you are with whom you are wanting to work. There may be trust issues. They may not trust you immediately, because they may feel that they may take some time to understand why are you there, and also how is it that they are going to benefit from the same. Then at the same time, uh, the issues or the challenges could also be in terms of replicating your idea so that you are able to achieve scale at your work, because the issues and the socio geographical and political issues of a given region are different from other regions. So how do you create a prototype so that it is scalable, so that it solves the problem of the community. Another challenge that you may face with could be with respect to funding. You are working day in and day out, but who is supporting your idea, or who is backing your idea? Where are you getting your money from, so that you are able to sustain your work and also help the society or your beneficiaries through the work that you are executing, at the same time supporting and helping out your team who are there with you to support the vision of your organization. So these are some of the challenges that comes to my mind when I see this question.
Thank you very much, Meghna. So the next question from our viewer is: why is innovative research important for sustainability? Of course, our topic is innovative research for sustainable solutions. So we have been asked: why is innovative research important for sustainability? Let me see, Jessica, would you like to answer this question?
Absolutely. To answer that question, innovative research is important for sustainability because it develops new solutions to pressing environmental, social, and economic challenges that traditional approaches may not address. It promotes resource efficiency, reduces waste, and minimizes negative impacts on ecosystems while supporting community resilience and equitable development by generating evidence based practices, scalable technologies, and informed policies. Innovative research helps societies transition toward long term sustainable systems, ensuring that current needs are met without compromising the ability of future generations to thrive. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jessica. Vanessa, would you like to add something on this?
Yes, so I believe that innovative research is important for sustainability as it lays a stronger foundation for how we are going to achieve the 17 global goals. So, if we're using, as she said, using traditional methods, we might not even be able to achieve most of these 17 goals. But by looking at different ways, looking at it from different angles, we discover that we're able to find a new solution from an innovative way that works faster, works better, without actually compromising or actually causing harm to the environment or to the people who are involved. So innovation is a very key aspect in terms of achieving sustainability as it lays a stronger foundation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Vanessa. So we almost coming to an end of this panel discussion today, and we're going to answer one last question, which is, what are some of the most promising emerging technologies that you believe will significantly impact sustainable solutions in the near future? So, once again, the question, what are some of the most promising emerging technologies that you believe will significantly impact sustainable solutions in the near future? So, I would like to go with another round for Meghna, and after that, we have Jessica and Vanessa.
Thank you for the question. I think this is a very interesting question because we are, moving in an era which wherein we are seeing a lot of disruptions being made with respect to AI innovations, and we also see a lot of investors, funding or supporting the idea that is AI driven, primarily because it helps you to achieve scale at your work. So, be it with respect to developing an AI based app that will help you to offset carbon footprints of a given place, to maybe building uh, an e commerce platform to support the rural communities who may be struggling to sell their handmade products in the interiors of the villages. Your innovation has got no boundaries. So it could be any innovation with a tech embed in it, so that you are able to achieve scale through the work that you are doing. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Meghna. Vanessa, would you like to add on this question?
Okay, so as a climate action advocate, my work evolves around bridging technology and the climate movement. So I think we were talking about promising emerging technologies that would help shape a sustainable future. I'm looking at it from a climate perspective, and we can see that renewable energy plays a very integral role in terms of shaping that sustainable future. Any technology, mostly in the field of eco technology, that contributes to reducing environmental impacts, like from conversion of waste materials or reducing plastic pollution. These are great technologies that can actually shape the future and make it more sustainable, more eco-friendly. But there are other ones, from AI to health technologies. There are different ones depending on the area that one is focusing on and how they are using this technology to create impact without affecting. Like, we say that science has done more harm than good to man. So we're trying to see how we can use science for the betterment of the future, how we can use science to achieve the 17 global goals. So it depends on the type of technology and how you're using it to contribute and give back to society. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Vanessa. Jessica, would you like to add on this one?
Of course, thank you very much. And just to add additional statements from what my co panelists have mentioned, emerging technologies are poised to significantly impact sustainable solutions in the near future. Advancements in artificial intelligence are enhancing energy efficiency and enabling predictive analytics for climate resilience. Carbon capture and storage technologies such as direct air capture are advancing to efficiently remove carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, mitigating climate change impacts. Innovations in renewable energy, including the perovskite solar cells and advanced nuclear technologies like small modular reactors, offer scalable and efficient alternatives to bio or fossil fuels rather. Blockchain is being utilized to enhance transparency and traceability in supply chains, ensuring ethical sourcing and promoting sustainable practices. Additionally, digital twin technology is being applied to stimulate or simulate rather and optimize systems for improved sustainability outcomes. Collectively, these technologies are driving the transition toward a more sustainable and resilient future. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jessica. So with this, we have come to the end of this panel discussion, Innovative Research for Sustainable Solutions. And I would like to thank our speakers today for sharing their journeys, their insights, and the real impact of your work. And of course, our viewers who have been there for us today and putting their questions, showing their love to us, and of course, yes, it's wonderful. So, what we've heard today is that research is not only about theory or data, it's about solutions that can transform communities, influence policy, and shape a more sustainable future. So, youth led research is showing us what is possible when evidence, innovation, and passion come together. And as our panelist today has said, believe in yourself, never end the game, never stop asking why, and keep going. I would say definitely keep going. So, on behalf of our IYC team and the IYC International Youth Conference and its team, we thank you for being here with us and for watching us live across of all our platforms, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And with this, we're almost coming to close of IYC that's held from 24th to 22nd of September. So please keep following our next sessions, and I hope you have enjoyed the journey with us so far. Thank you once again, and to our panelists, to our viewers, thank you for being there for us. And of course, let's continue turning research into real solutions, sustainable solutions together. With this, we have come to an end. And yes, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.